morning. How are we doing? How's things? Hope all is well. Saturday morning has arrived. I've heard myself back on playback. We can turn that down and hopefully we'll have no problems this morning. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that everything works. Should do. It should do. Nookie boy, how you doing, buddy? How's things? Cheers. The first sip is always the best, buddy. It's always the best. How you doing, Nookie? How's things? You're all good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. We are just ready for a project motor racing patch test because it's been patched. So we're about to test it out. It's its second patch it's had. It's had a small little patch during the week, which addressed some handling issues and a little bit of visual issues. It's had a proper big patch as of yesterday evening. And with, I think, something like about 100 fixes or something like that. So we're about to see what's what. Drinking tea in your D&D mug. There you are. Awesome stuff. Awesome. Now, what tea is it? What tea is it, buddy? Cornish? Is it Cornish or are we done with that box? You can win a free box if you go onto the... I say a free box, a free catering pack of Essex Tea at the moment. If you go onto Essex Tea's Instagram, got a free catering tea pack. So 1,080 tea bags, I think. Giving away 1st of December, you have to enter that. Ringtons, eh? Off the back of a van delivered to my door. Can't be bad, eh? Can't be bad. He gets his tea delivered as well. There you go. As do I. Project motor racing. But you've had a good week? Because I've had a pretty sound week. It's been quite quiet, actually. On the gaming front as well, it's been quite quiet. I've managed to get in 1 or 2 streams, but in terms of complete Xbox, it's that week that is... Thanksgiving, it always goes quiet from there right up until Christmas in terms of sort of game coverage and reviews and all that sort of stuff. So we've still got this one to write. I'm wanting to hold this one back after holding back Rensport. We finally wrote Rensport because it had its update, and now this one's had its update. So we can, I think we can have a little look at this properly now and maybe judge it how it should be. Done 0 gaming this week. Been massively Stranger Things themed. There you go. See, we'll. Are we done? Are you done the first 4 episodes? Is it the 4 episodes it's been released? My understanding it's 4 episodes and then another 3 episodes sort of closer to Christmas done 3. Is that right? Is that they split it up into 4, 3, 1? So you get the last one on New Year's Eve, or so I've been told anyway. I don't know for sure. I haven't done that work myself. I can't take credit for that. I've been working, so I haven't had time for all of them. No, exactly. But they're in 3 sort of stages, I believe. But looking forward to it. Although that kind of forces everyone to watch it on New Year's Eve, does it not? So that you avoid the spoilers, isn't it? But how's the boy? Has he enjoyed them? Has the boy enjoyed them? So we'll go on to single player. I'm kind of hoping that they might have changed the fact that we could maybe change the career settings halfway through the race. No, why would you do that? No, exactly. Why would you do that? There's no button here to move it over, so well, I haven't changed that yet. Not at the moment. He loves it, and it's a good experience to have. Oh, very much so. It's always good to watch something together. As they get older, they're not so interested. So it's good to make those memories and stuff like that now, and and keep them going as well. I do like it when the oldest comes down and watches like a classic like Terminator film. He quite likes the Terminator films. We haven't been through them all yet, but he will come down and watch the Terminator film or something like that, of that nature, or an Aliens or something like that. Because to them it's like years ago and they're not that bothered about it, are they? He's 30 now, so have to take it when it comes. Exactly. exactly. They're busy doing their own stuff, aren't they, usually? And it's time together well spent. It's well spent. We used to put, I say used because we haven't actually been able to do it for a little while. We used to actually put in a thing called family time, which is always Wednesday night and a Sunday night. We always made time for each other on a Wednesday and Sunday night, no matter what. But girlfriends and all that sort of stuff with the two oldest and stuff like that kind of sort to that. Do you know what I mean? They wanted to be doing their own thing, and I understand that. Me and the wife always try and, Wednesday evening, Sunday evening, sit down next to each other and sort of make time for each other. So, but the whole idea was it was going to be a family thing, and when the for example, when the middle lad can't make it because he's around his girlfriends, and that just puts pay to it because the youngest don't want to do it. The oldest don't want to do it. We always have a movie night on a Saturday. Currently, I'm sure it'll change. I was looking at it. Yeah, exactly. It's always, we had it, but now it's like, and now we're looking at Christmas Day. We're like, are you going to be in? Are you going to be with us? I think that's the case, but Boxing Day is looking like it's just me and the missus and the youngest, if I'm honest at the moment. Quiet day after the chaos of Christmas Day. Why not? Oh, excuse me, missed all the food talk yesterday morning. Obviously, while you were busy working away, I was at home so I managed to put in another sneaky stream on a Friday morning because the youngest was off school. Because his school always do a non-pupil day for Black Fridays. For the last sort of 6 or 7 years, they've always done a non-pupil day at that particular school on Black Friday. So it's a non-pupil day. So we had to be at home for the whole day. So we got to do a bit of gaming, and I was joined by the lovely Johnny and Keris, who were both off work too, which is awesome. So they can go shopping. That's what it is. It is exactly what it is. That's why they put it there. You know it. That's exactly why. Right, let's confirm this. I've got to do this Nuremberg ring. I can't bloody say it. I've done it twice, and I did it the other morning, and I bloody lost power on the controller right at the end. So I ended up crashing like literally at the last corner because my batteries went on the controller. Absolute pain in the ass. Gotta make sure that ain't gonna happen again. Fingers crossed. It's up in the top now. It says it's got the full battery sound, so we should be all right. But yeah, the battery power just went on the last corner. Instead of just pausing the game, it just kept going. If I saw my car just hit the corner of the track and hit every little thing going. Schools have so much holiday, they should be made to have their training out of term. Well, there is that. They do have a lot of holiday. I do sympathise with teaching because I do know what sort of goes on in terms. It's not quite a when I say 6 weeks holiday, it's not quite a 6 weeks holiday for them. They do a week of planning work, and then I think it's 2 weeks worth of planning work. So it's like a week either side planning work. So they get about 4 weeks. So it's not 6 weeks; it's 4 weeks. But there's a bit of planning work to get. And then I sort of sympathise from teaching sort of as well, because it's not a 8 till sort of 3:30 job, is it? It's more like a 7 till 7 job. So it's long hours, maybe longer. So I can sympathise, but at least I try to. I never used to. Right, let's go. Let's see if I can get into this. See if this is actually updated. It'd be good if it has. They do get to decide to have a week off during the year for training. Yeah, I get punished if I want to take on for a week. Very much. We got punished for taking the kids out of school. I took my youngest out of school for a week, and I got fined, which annoyed me. Thinking I've seen other kids do it, other parents do it, and never be fined. The same school as well, never be fined. We did it, we got fined. Really, really annoyed. Yeah. All jobs are different, isn't it? No one quite knows what goes on under the hood. Some people take on extra roles as well. Yeah, I know. I took him out a week early. Yeah, from the school breaking up, and the reason I did that was because he's autistic, so it helps with crowds and things like that, and it's not so busy. And two, it was the first year that my other two were off at the same time. So my eldest had finished uni, so he was off, and my middle lad had just finished, secondary because he'd done his exams. So he'd finished like weeks earlier. So he'd done all his exams and he was finished. So it fell. So I approached the school and asked if we could take him out. I shouldn't have done. I better instincts. I should have just taken him off and just said he was ill for the week. But I said to the school, well, it's last week of term, this is what's what. It's just all fallen nicely for us. It'd be nice to sort of do it as a family. And they refused. And they said that if I did it and that I could potentially be fined, I did it anyway. And they fined me. Now, having said that, it's the amount of saving that I had for that week. It was worth paying the fine, but it was just annoyed me that other parents have done it. Other parents have done it, and they've done it multiple times during the year. I mean, I know a couple that have had their kid off for about 3 holidays throughout the year, and they didn't get fined once, or at least they say they didn't get fined. And I can probably believe that there are some that get away with it, but others just get punished. It's annoying. Right, let's see if this. Oh no, I haven't done the traction control. I need to get the traction control on properly. That's absolutely perfect. Although I should try it without the contraction control, actually, because he's had his update. But we'll see how this handles. See how this handles with the traction control on properly. See if it makes it any better. Got the pit limiters on. Just remembered all that. That's good.
You're clear.
Can't say it looks massively visually better. It's about where it was the other day. Oh, great. Tyres aren't right. That's always going to be tough. It is a broken system in that respect. It's annoying that some get away with it and others get punished. If you're going to fine everyone. Not leave it open to interpretation. Because like I say, I had said needs as well as to why I was taking it out. It wasn't just solely. It was just the way it felt. Oh yes, it saved us money. I'm not going to lie, But the system is broken in terms that it's a school. When you're booking a holiday, which week the school you're off. Because that's when they chuck £1,000 on the price, or it's 500-600 quid on the price because it's that week, and that annoys the shit out of me. Yeah, in that respect, it's just. I think everyone should be allowed a maximum 2 weeks of calendar. Yeah, I think so. I get maybe in year 11, perhaps you shouldn't do it in year 11. Most important year of their lives, I suppose. Maybe tone it down years 10 and 11, maybe. If you have a rule where you could do it in year 7, 8 and 9, then maybe not year 10 and 11. I don't think many people would argue that. I think a week's going to make a massive amount of difference, but, those are the important years, aren't they, if you like. Schooling.
5 minutes left in the session.
I mean, there used to be, when I was a kid, my mum took me out of school for a holiday now and again, and we had to sort of write a sort of little essay or a little mini sort of document sort of thing on our holiday and what we did, to try and make it slightly educational enough. Again, that would be fair, wouldn't it? When you got back from your holiday, you had a week to produce a little document called Things You Did While You Were on Holiday. Presentation. That could be quite fun, couldn't it? You know, because you can imagine on your holiday you keep all your little tickets of things and put it into a little folder. You could do it that way, couldn't you? Make it educational. You really could. Yeah. I agree with you. The mental health reasons as well, just a little break from school. School systems, they're so hard because you don't quite know what's happening behind the scenes as well. The school are doing all the work, but they don't see it when a kid comes home stressed, you know, pissed off. They don't see it when all the bogged down with things. They just see how they're performing on a figure sort of thing. I know they get to see the kids and they get to know the kids as well. But it's a hard thing to know exactly what the kid... I mean, mine, he is autistic, so he marks everything. But you don't know what's going on in his head properly unless you spend time with him. And then he'll tell you 2 or 3 days after. So if he's had a bad day, he won't necessarily tell you that day. He just won't. I can ask him, he won't tell me. I know he's had a bad day, you know. But he'll come and tell me 2 or 3 days later when he's ready to tell me. You know. And they've had all the messed up with COVID and I mean wrapped buildings as well. That's another, isn't it? All the wrapped stuff. They've tightened the handling on this. They definitely have. Even again, I mean, I had one little update beforehand, which I thought would massively improve the handling. Definitely tightened it again. I feel a little bit difference. Whereas before it maybe it was too smooth going around the corners. Now you feel the challenge of keeping this track. We're going around this particular car anyway. Here's my Essex Tea patch test. I had to name it that, didn't I? The 7th. Practice. Looking forward to the Grand Prix this weekend. Should be extremely interesting, especially with the sprint. There we go. Hope Landon doesn't fuck up. He's third, isn't he, for the sprint race, isn't he? So he could potentially lose points, couldn't he? To them. But I think if he took third, that'd be enough, won't it, for a sprint? Not a massive dent, is it? Sprint's always hard, isn't it? To find a massive amount of positions. So whereas he could maybe take a sprint, I always find sprints uneventful. They don't seem to, unless they make a mistake and they sort of out or anything like that, they're kind of uneventful. The first usually finishes first, or first or second anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Starry might close that gap by a few points. But
fastest on track, mate.
Fastest on track. 28 seconds. Close it there. Actually, there will be overtime, so go a little bit faster, maybe. Wow, it sort of makes you want to turn. That experience just to bring the car around. You've got to put that lean into it, that lean to left or right.
Checker flag is out. Session finished.
Checker flag is out. So that's this. Well, Pistone needs Lando to finish out of the points in all the races to have a chance. But there you are then. Is that the same for Verstappen? It is, isn't it? Really. As long as Lando performs well, he should win the race, innit? Win the championship. As long as he doesn't fuck up, like you say, as long as he doesn't fuck up or they get a fault, or I always remember with this sort of event, you know, the way it sort of stands. I always remember Damon Hill when Michael Schumacher, and Damon Hill, all he needed was like a point, wasn't it, from the race or something. All he needed, and Schumacher turned him out, took him out because he knew he was out. Great a racer Schumacher was, it was like, if you could, you know, he took him out properly, didn't he? What they called it, his wishbone on the car. And then ended up retiring, didn't he? He tried to carry on, but he just couldn't. It's another second off that lap, so here you go, returning to pit, and we're first in practice. You missed that style of racing, yeah. There's a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing, wasn't it? But that was a deliberate, well, I'm out, so I'm going to take you with me, wasn't it? And I think Verstappen has that in him. That's the thing. I don't know for sure, but he sort of implies that maybe he has that little thing in him, that he might just do that sort of thing, but obviously take himself out, so it's not like he can do it, but I do think that he would certainly sort of cause them hassle enough to put him off the track. He's a schooled racer, is Verstappen. Very good driver. Has that little bite about him as well, though. That little bite that you don't sort of necessarily like, the arrogance. Right. Can we go on to the next session? We can. So now we're into proper qualifying. Let's set this, try and get out first. Maybe not first, but always good to go out with an open track, isn't it? But it was a win at any cost, yeah, win at any cost for Verstappen. It's that sort of race. The problem is no one else is.
Clear.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, fucking hell, I've done it again. I haven't sorted out my piss everyone off now. So now it's gonna sort that out. Gotta remember to do that. Sort my ABS and sort my traction control in the pit. I can do it before they even launch off. Just forget. Car's ropey. Car's ropey at the start. Need to get some heat in those tyres. It is going to be interesting to see what Verstappen does. He's not going to lie down, is he? That's for sure. Norris might, though. But I hope Norris does it. That's the thing. I hope Lando does it. Good to see him do it. Have the cars been sort of even this year, or is it just that the, you know, Lando and Ferrari have been making mistakes? Because they say that Verstappen's car is pretty shit, you know, in terms of things. And I don't know about that. I'm never one to say, oh, the car wins the, you know, sort of the world championship. You know, I mean, it's got to be a good car. But they used to say that about Vettel, didn't they? Sebastian Vettel, oh, he only won because the car was massively ahead. But I think that was a bit unfair to Sebastian Vettel. And now you can say the same about Hamilton, couldn't you? He only won because the car was leaps and bounds ahead.
Full focus, full set.
It takes the whole package, doesn't it, to win the world championship, really. It's always a little bit unfair to say, well, it's just because of the car. bit like mind games, isn't it? Same in football as well. Verstappen saying how the car's awful to drive constantly. Lull you in. Yeah, McLaren has been the best, but they've insisted they're both racing each other, and that's hurt them at times. Piastri took out Lando, costing them both points. Yeah. But it still takes some driver to bring it home as well, doesn't it? That's the thing. I don't think, for example, if you put, say, and I'm being unfair to Hulkenberg, it's quite a good racer, but if you put Hulkenberg in the McLaren, it doesn't mean he's going to win the world championship, does it? You still need some sort of driving ability, and that's not saying that Hulkenberg hasn't got any driving ability. You know where I'm going. You can't put someone at the middle of the pack or at the bottom of the pack, put them in the best car and say that they win. I don't think they would. That's what I say. It's always a bit unfair. I'm not a big fan of Verstappen, and I don't like his sheer arrogance. But I recognise that he's a good driver, do you know what I mean? Max hasn't had a childhood. His dad was determined to make him sick. Yeah. This is probably his dad that made him who he is. All the follow your dreams sort of thing, but it's not. It's a dad living the dreams through the child, isn't it? In some respects. Having said that, they go for it. It's not a sport that anyone can get into. Let's face it, is it?
Timing screen shows you're the quickest car on track right now.
You've got to have a bit of money behind you to do all that sort of stuff. They say that about rugby. Rugby used to be a thing that they say, anyone can get into rugby, but it's not true. The top players in
5 minutes remaining in the session.
Rugby usually are sort of well scored from well-renowned sort of universities. Those sort of doors are closing. The only thing that's different is football, isn't it? Because they are very much uneducated because they're taken from such an early age, don't they? I'm going to miss that. I missed that, Nuki. I'm going to read that. Sorry, Ben. He's got a similar driving style to his dad. He's managed to get a good car and a good team, and his aggressive driving style puts drivers off. Oh, yeah, very much. Very much. Like I say, for me, it's just his sheer arrogance. Him and Christian Horner made a good team, do you know what I mean? Christian Horner's very arrogant as well. But they say you've got to be arrogant in sport, don't they? Always like a nice down-to-earth person, really. But I do recognise that doesn't quite, in today's world, that doesn't always work, does it? You need a dedicated, hard person to do anything at any cost to move something forward or win or whatever. I do recognise that. Right, this patch test is going very well so far. I'm quite enjoying the handling. Like I say, I do find it's quite robust. It still feels a little tanky to drive, but compared to the likes of Rennsport, but it's all right. The next test will come when we put it into authentic on it and see how competitive you are. But you're not going to be competitive on that. That has put a lot of people off the authentic mode on this in itself. The fact that a lot of achievements are tied to the authentic mode. In authentic mode is you can't restart a race. Well, okay, fair enough, you can't restart a race, but the drivers are on like unbeatable 100% difficulty sort of thing, so it makes it much harder. It's put a lot of people off. Just you can't have some of the achievements are, well, a lot of the achievements are tied to that particular mode. Not all achievements. I've picked up some playing career mode that are less difficult. My big gripe with this game is the fact that once you're racing it, you still can't turn down or turn up even the difficulty in career mode. You'd actually have to start again. So I just can't work that one out. Why that would be there? You'd think you'd be able to change it after a championship. You go, oh well, I've won that championship quite easily. I'm going to turn the difficulty up. No, you have to restart the whole career again. That baffles me. I was kind of hoping we'd get this patch. Thought that'd be one of the first things to be patched, surely. No, why would you do that? But having said that, they're focused on handling. They're focused on making the game look a little bit better. Not so ropey. I'll give them their due. They have done that. It's quite a nice looking racer. I still think Rensport is nicer to look at, more appealing to look at. Just with Rensport, it massively lacks content. Whereas this has content. So it's both a work in progress. I feel that they're going to get there, but they're both going to get there properly, in a few months' time. Once they've updated bits and pieces, they're implemented. But I've yet to take this online, and that's the plan this morning, is to take this online a little bit and give this a go online. But I wanted to finish this race, or at least get this race done, so half a second again. Enough time to put another hot lap in, maybe. As the track gets quicker as well, the times get quicker.
You've got 1 minute left.
1 minute left to get this across the line. Well, it's not getting it across the line, is it? Oh my god, that very wide. Tyres shady yellow, maybe slight shady yellow. So wearing. So they should have come in for a change of tyre and. We're good. 0.6 faster than what we were last lap, so like I say, track temperature's up. That's where this game gets that exactly right. So wear of tyres, even on these super slicks, but the track temperatures are rising. Therefore, we get a quicker lap time. Even though the tyres aren't good.
Flag. Session complete.
Session is complete, so it's overtime just to finish the lap if you can. 2 minutes 50 seconds. We're near the end of the lap anyway. We're 0.7 faster. So it should be another fastest lap. Should be a pole. Did that bad the last bit, so 0.57. We're going to get to 201s. There you go. Nice. Happy with that? Happy with that. Also looking forward to the football this weekend, because it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Chelsea versus Arsenal. Arsenal away at Chelsea. And if they win that, they've got through a hard patch of games, because they had a hard start to the season, Arsenal, to be fair, and they did alright, and then they've been playing the teams at the top, and they've got through that. I know they lost to Liverpool, but the reason they lost to Liverpool was a freak sort of goal, wasn't it? The long range shot, wasn't it? That's the only reason they lost to Liverpool. I mean, they should have had a go at Liverpool. That was the thing. They were a bit timid, weren't they? They were like, we're not going to lose this game at Anfield. And they did end up losing it, but they lost it not because of the performance, but because of a long range shot. Newcastle did you a favour last week. You need to beat Chelsea if you're serious. Oh, very much. Yeah. Beat Chelsea, and then that's. Yeah, I mean, you always know what's at the end of Christmas, isn't it? At the end of January, that's when you judge the team, isn't it? That result destroyed Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool were a bit funny this season. It's like legs have gone, haven't they? A little bit. He's disrupted the team as well, hasn't he? With I think they've seen the big. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold got a lot of criticism, didn't he? Last season, a lot of criticism for his defending. But I think you're seeing just how much defending he was doing, compared to the fact that Salah just doesn't track back. He doesn't track back at all, does he, Salah? So I think Alexander-Arnold got a real rough end of the deal with that one, because now you're seeing what is supposed to be a really good right back struggling because every attack comes down that side because he doesn't track back. He's messed the system up. He's messed the players up. Their back four is shaky as anything. Van Dijk does not look the player he was at all. Looks like he's lost at least half a yard of pace, at least. Yeah, you wonder if Slot makes a pass. Because I was saying that about Amram, though, weren't we? We were saying that about Amram, and he's done all right since. Although last week's result wasn't great, Man United. So it takes time, doesn't it? But he's definitely destroyed that team in terms of the signings and that. I know where he's gone with the signings, but it's just too much change, isn't it, in one go? He's not a great defender, but he did keep hold of a position a lot. They don't seem to have as much position as they used to. The defence is awful. The attack aren't playing well. Yeah, they're not playing for themselves, are they? That's what they're not playing as a team. Right, here we go. Let's go. This is the race that we've won twice, but I've done it again. No, we're gonna have to go back to the pit. Can we go restart? Because I have fucked it up. Vehicle setup. I keep doing this. We're actually gonna do it for once. Drive chain. Let's stick that traction control up, because even though traction control's on, it's not where I want it. I want it on 11.11. Let's go. Isaac, they keep blaming fitness, but he's been there for months now, and he's not fit. That's down to. Oh yeah. It doesn't fit the system. He's integrated the system. Isaac he might have been a good player for Liverpool, or for Newcastle. Sorry, but how many strikers have we said that they're really good for one team but not good for another? They don't become a bad player overnight. They just don't fit the system correctly. And it takes time. And you either change the system to suit the player, or the player's got to try and fit in. And he doesn't seem to have that attitude, does he? I mean, he's shown that when he went to leave. But Liverpool didn't need him, and they ruined the signing that they bought, who had a good start of the season. It baffles, honestly. I think maybe the whole thing got to him that he won, the whole talk of that he won the league with Klopp's team. And so therefore he felt that he had to rubber stamp his his players on the team. I don't know, but just buying superstars doesn't necessarily make you a really good side. Or potential superstars, let's face it, they're not necessarily potential superstars, are they? Just because it's like, but it's like a really good player for Celtic doesn't make him a world beater, does it? In the Premier League, does it? And I suppose that's the same in Germany. Just because they play really well for Bayern Munich, they might fit the team of Bayern Munich, but bringing them out of Bayern Munich and putting them into a Liverpool side or whatever, Wirtz hasn't adapted well. But then he's a playmaker, isn't he? And that's the thing. He's not being allowed to play make, is he? It's this whole thing. Actually, why I like Thomas Tuchel, what he's doing with England. he's not trying to fit players into a system. He's actually going, this is my system, and I want players for each position. And if I've got 2 or 3 players in the same position, then no, I'm not going to break my system and fit you in all over the place just to fit you. This is my team. It's a team sport at the end of the day, isn't it? It isn't necessarily, you can't put a bunch of world-class individuals and then make a team from it. You have to do the team, don't you? And embed 1 or 2 world-class into the team. You've only got to look at the lower teams like Bournemouth's and Brentford's, how they've coped really well without having superstars in a team because of the work ethic, because of the team. That's why I praise. I've always said Eddie Howe's a really good manager for that reason. He knows how to build a team with work ethic, if you like, and then you get the team around it, and then you start adding 1 or 2 to make your team better. The top managers don't seem to do that. Just buy, don't it? Just buy, and then sort of put these players into a system that hopefully it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Tishu has a bigger ego than the players, and that's why he might win the World Cup. Players, his game not their faced. Yeah, that's it. That's it. He's got his side, hasn't he? He's got his team, and no, I'm not going to fit Bellingham, Foden, and whoever into the same side. They don't. I'm going to have 1 of those 3. That's a good thing to see, isn't it? In some respects, and if you're not on form, you don't necessarily get in my team. Howe's biggest problem is his loyalty. Sometimes he needs to drop players. Yeah, I think that's with Slop's problem though with Salah as well. I think Salah needed to be dropped, or at least needed to be the formation needed to move, and he won't. But we're seeing it with that. We're waiting to see what Amram does. I mean, Amram, they won sort of several matches on a trot, and it was like, oh, Manchester United are back. No, they're not, because they're playing teams that suit them at the moment, and wait until they play teams that don't suit them, and that's when you judge a team, isn't it? So, yeah, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. We can all be armchair managers and suggest things, but sometimes you think some things are just sort of clear as day, don't you? Salah makes the team uneven. He's not on too much money to drop. He's on too much money. Yeah, but you say that. We did it with Ozil, didn't we? I mean, I didn't agree with the Ozil thing. Ozil was made a massive scapegoat at Arsenal because of comments that he'd made about the Chinese government and sponsors that were sponsoring Arsenal at the time. And that's why Ozil went. They lost to 10-man Everton on Monday. Yeah, they did, and that's it. That's what I'm saying. Is it's certain teams suits that when Manchester United, certain teams suit Manchester United to play against. I did think Manchester United were going to have a good season when they played Arsenal first game of the season, and I thought, wow, they look a good side. Oh no, Ozil was on 300k, mate. He was on 300k, not alongside the contract as well. He was on a lot. He was our highest earner at the time, Ozil was, and he just dropped him, and saying he was lazy. And they knew Ozil was a lazy player when, yeah, they knew he was a lazy, or what they call a luxury player. But when they did the statistics and stuff, he did more running in the game than anyone else, which is like for someone that they considered lazy, it was like, wow. But he's a fine player on his day, but he's got to fit into a system. But his comments, his political comments, did him in, and then off he went. But you get that with some players just don't suit the team, do they? Alexis Sanchez, one of Arsenal's star players at the time, went straight into Manchester United. I don't think he wanted that move as such, other than for money. Arsenal were quite happy to let him go as well. Money off the books, innit, at the time. And did nothing for him, did he? It's weird, footballers, isn't it? Because we are going to win this race. We're prime on his tail. waiting for our opportunity, we're behaving. We gave us a lot of money. It was Vegas boys, wasn't it? There's certain players that have always stood out for me now. He was one that I actually followed before he came to Arsenal. Similar to Dennis Bergkamp. Always liked Dennis Bergkamp before he came to Arsenal. I remember Dennis Bergkamp playing for Holland. And they put him in centre midfield. It's a striker who plays centre midfield. And he was a baller on the park, honestly. Whether it was just that he fitted into that particular game. Obviously he's never a midfielder in his life, but that position that he played that game for Holland. But then they say about Holland total football, didn't they? But it just suited him, and I thought, man, God, we've got a player on our hands, you know, if he comes to Arsenal. And he came to Arsenal and did really well, but he did nothing at Inter Milan. When he was at Inter Milan, certain teams suit certain players, didn't they? Bergkamp was brilliant. But he wasn't necessarily. I always thought he was a really good player before he signed for Arsenal. But like I say, he didn't do it at Inter. A bit like Henry at Juventus, wasn't it? He was a good player, but oh, that was a bit nasty. That was a bit nasty, wasn't it? Wenger moved him off the left and then brought him a striker. He always drifted out to the left, so they always say that. But I think with sort of the likes of Bergkamp and Henry, they had the players around them. That's what I say. With the team that was there, already there, you know, they were allowed to become superstars. Do you know what I mean? The goal against Newcastle was amazing. Yeah, the best I would say. Yeah. The skill on him is unbelievable. He just makes it look easy, doesn't he? And he's considered a luxury player as well at the time. Depends on the positions that you play in and the formations. I always miss the fact that no team never seems to. Well, I say no team, there are teams, but all the big sides always go with one up front, don't they? That annoys me a bit because you always end up. One up front and two wingers who become forwards at times, if you like. And it's annoying watching the same systems all over and over, you know. But you know, one up front, I suppose, allows for one behind, doesn't it? I see Arsenal when with Bright and Bergkamp, and then obviously Henry and Bergkamp. It was never on paper two up front, was it? It was one up front and Bergkamp in behind. So I suppose that's I just never classified as Bergkamp was more of just a deep line forward, you know. Device was very good defender, but it made him look like a foul. Very much. I prefer two wingers, otherwise they fall out of the sky. Having said that, planes have been grounded today, haven't they? Airbus. I think that's what I read this morning. A lot of the Airbus fleet, so a lot of sort of EasyJet, Ryanair, British Airways, American Airways have all been grounded, haven't they? Until further notice, or at least a lot of them, because they've something about their computers interfere with radiation. There was a flight the other day or something that dropped massive amount of altitude due to an on-computer glitch or something. And I think 13 people on the flight were taken to hospital. So yeah.
Fastest on track, mate.
Frightening. But they reckon a lot of the, I think, I can't remember how many planes it was, but at least over about 60 or 70% could be done by just plug-in patch sort of thing to the computers. It'd take about 3 hours on each flight, on each plane. But there were other that you couldn't quite do that with them, and they needed a complete rehaul of the computer system, and those ones would be grounded completely until that was done. But yeah, interesting to see how that quickly gets sorted. There'll be a lot of angry people out there who want to go on their holiday. They're going to find their holiday cancelled this morning. It was certainly delayed. But safety first, isn't it? At the end of the day, you can't just mess around with that sort of thing, can you? Lap 4. How are we doing anyway, Albie? How's things, buddy? Talking F1 earlier. Checks on holiday. It'll be fixed by Christmas, I should, for all the ones that like to get away at Christmas. My father-in-law's going away in about a week and a bit's time. We'll check on him, make sure everything's better. Like I say, the majority of the flights, 60-70%, are sorted within 3 hours or something once they've had this update. So just there are a number of planes that need a proper overhaul. But I want to go now. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So this has had an update overnight. So we're doing an Essex Tea patch test. I saw it updating yesterday, and then they announced that they were updating it. So the live update was going. Visually, it's improved a little bit. Not quite to where I want it. Handling wise, I think certainly on this vehicle it's there. Handling feels good. Still, you feel like you're fighting with the car a little bit, which is a good thing. Not overly smooth. But the only thing is the career mode. That still annoys me, that little thing about the career mode, that you can't alter the difficulty midway through. You can't alter it at all. You have to restart a career. So you find your level, and in a week's time you find out you're winning the races easy, you want up your level, you can't do that on your career. You have to restart another career. It's crazy. Did they ever explain why they changed directions and went for the farm simulator engine for the game? I have no idea. It's the game plays well. I know for a fact the game has put a few people off. The fact that so many achievements are tied to the authentic mode as well. And the authentic mode is nails. Honestly, it's hard as nails. 100% difficulty. That's not for everyone, is it? So why tie so many achievements to that? Not that achievements bother me, because I'm not bothered about them at all, but I can see it putting some people off. In fact, like I said, I've spoke to a few that it has put a few people off. But from a game perspective, it plays really well. I just wish it had a bit more, say, personality, a bit more presentation to it, but it plays really well. Did it for the giggle.
White flag is out. Final lap. You're leading. Bring it home. Keep an eye on your brake temps, mate.
Oh, my brake temps. I am wearing my brake, am I? I've not had that before in a race. Just noticed that one of my brake pads is red. Or at least certainly orange. They want me to look after the car, do they? On the last lap, so it should be fine. Not fair for unserious racers. Racing streamers hate it. Casuals are put off. Are we sure this isn't done an insurance scam? Yeah, well, there's this. But I think serious racers are going to like it now it's had an update. It's a bit like Rensport. Once it has an update, you start ironing the problems out. It's problems. Anyone that knows simulators and whatever, they don't work out the box. They really don't. Any sort of simulator doesn't really work out the box, except for maybe the sort of simulators that you like, Albert. They tend to get better over time. It's like fine wine, isn't it? They age and they get better over time. So I always judge a proper simulator about 3 months down the line, or maybe even 6. Saw a video last night where someone was testing a new patch and they said there are massive improvements. Oh no, don't do that again. The handling is good. It's gone from what I say unplayable. It never was unplayable. I don't agree with the unplayable. I really hate it when someone says unplayable. You can play it. You just have the handling isn't fun. The handling isn't quite as fun as Rensport, but it works, and that's the thing. It's tight. You know, you feel you're fighting the car, but you know the car's going to come with you. Do you know what I mean? It's going to do everything you input. I mean, you know, the AI are supposed to have been improved. Well, someone had a little hit at me, but I think the AI as a whole has been okay so far this race anyway. But my biggest thing was I wanted to see him implement this career thing, and they haven't. Can't change the difficulty. So the casual play is put off by the authentic system, but you can change it. It's just you change it, you lose the achievements if you like. Yeah, they're fixed throttle. Yeah. You like I say, driving wise, you feel like you're in control now. You feel like you're good. Brakes work extremely well. I mean, I've got to test it on a car that I hated. That'd be interesting. But then I play Rensport with a car that I hate, and I actually still really love the game. So I think that'll be interesting to test. I haven't been online with it though, and I'm glad I hadn't gone online with it because it had its issues apparently online.
You are the race winner! Fantastic result, incredible drive!
Everyone hates it. Yeah, I like this car, it's good. I didn't like, which was it, the Audi on this. I hated the Audi on this, but loved it on Rensport. It was kind of really, really strange. But yeah, I think they've done everything right. It's just, you know, from a review point of view, this whole championship career thing, whilst it's fantastic, it's there because Rensport doesn't have it at all. It's still generic. It's still, I don't know, there's no personality. It's boring as fuck. If I'm honest, you know, there's no personality to it. The career mode. What race are we on now? Spielberg. We go to Steven Spielberg. I tried the MX-5 yesterday briefly, and what the fuck? Yeah, but you will do better now. It's had an update. You will. Take the same car. I promise you. The upgrade is there. Also visually, the upgrade's a little bit better. Visually as well. So you'll get there. So we're going in advantage. I don't think I can change the car mid-race. I mean, maybe I'm talking out my what's it. Maybe they have changed the difficulty, and it'll be after the event. I should wait until after the event to see if they've changed that. I know they hadn't beforehand, but that's the biggest thing that seems crazy about me is the fact that you can be doing a career mode. And you'll get better over time, and you can't change the difficulty. You have to start a new career, and that was the biggest sort of pet hate of mine. More bigger than anything else, you know, because you improve over time with a racing game. Begin the event. The sanctioned body requires you to have a race-ready car. It's like let's repair it. Let's go. Yeah, I do think in general, the race, you know, the handling is a lot better. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's going to take several patches, but they patched quite a lot, didn't they? There's quite a lot of updates. A lot of things listed on that patch. Quite a lot to do with multiplayer. Quite a lot to do with steering and the throttle. One or two things on the visual side of things. I didn't see them say anything about career though, and that's what I'm thinking, that it must still be there, the career thing that I hate. We're here. Oh, I've done it again. The other one is I like the fact that you can so much settings you can change, but I've got to have the ABS up. It's a deal breaker for me on this car. I know people out there all their different settings in that. That's where the hardcore race is going to come in, isn't it? Where they literally change everything and tweak it to what they're like. Now I'm a casual racer. That's fine. I like my racing games. I love them to bits. I'm very much a casual racer. So I like my ABS on. I like my traction controls to be at a good setting. I like the fact that you can change your traction. You can actually have it on. And you can have it at different levels. So you can have a bit of it if you want. Or you can go without traction control at all. But then there could be a spinny mess. But I like the fact that the temperatures have to get up to, tyres have to get up to temperature. I like the fact that the track gets quicker as the race goes on. I'm not a big lover of the AI, we'll say that in a moment, but I think there are improvements there. So wait and see. But honestly, I don't think anyone that bought this game thought it was going to work straight out of the box and it's going to be absolutely fine. I mean, you need your head tested. It should be like that, don't get me wrong. It really should be like that. But I didn't think for 1 minute that it would be as smooth sailing as everyone thought it would be. It's a day-old age, isn't it, of where a game years ago on the Mega Drive, the SNES, launched on a disc that had to
sounded great when it came by.
It had to work. It had to be robustly tested, and they don't do that these days, do they? Because the whole thing is, we can patch it later. We can just update it later. It had to work on a cartridge, didn't it? It just had to work, or on a disc. There was no updates to. We'll just sort it out later. So they don't test games like they used to. And then obviously the purchaser is the one that suffers, isn't it? I mean, because the developer still gets all their money. And you're left with what you feel like is a broken game, or at least cheated. But having said that, reviews and stuff like that, people don't hold back their reviews these days as well. For example, I wouldn't review the game in its state when it first launched, because what would be the point? I know there's a patch on its way. I know that it's going to get fixed. Give it a chance, let them fix it a little bit. They've acknowledged there's a problem, they've acknowledged that they're fixing it really quickly. Hold back the reviews, but
we're top
people
of the
don't.
board on
They put their
case
review
right
out.
now.
Everyone likes to shit on everything these days. So I might do a little, saying maybe in the new year when it goes really quiet with games, as it does now anyway, between now and when it's play. When it goes quiet, I might just, because it's the Gamer Score Challenge, I might go back to a game or two that I really didn't give the time of day, or knew I had a load of problems and I should put to one side. Maybe play some of them and see what happens. You just tried the MX-5 still spins out in corners despite supposedly heavy traction. Have you got your traction control right up? Have you got it up to 11? Because I didn't even know it had 11. I was like, oh, it's up to 10. Oh shit, you can go up to 11. How high can you go up to? 11. It's like such a weird figure. It's a car that is a game that's very hard to master. But I say, yeah, it has improved. 11. What is this spinal tap? It's a really weird figure, isn't it? If you're going to have the figures up to 1 to 10, why 1 to 11? I didn't expect there to be
5
11.
minutes remaining in the session.
I actually pushed it forward one more and it went to 11. Okay, how far does this go? No, 11. It stops at 11. This feels like a much better lap. Still qualify. Oh, I'm late on the brakes on that one there. Very late. So you're struggling with this, are you, buddy? It's like I say, you've got to find your level. You've got to find what suits. Certain cars suit, other cars don't. So try this out, because I hated. I was driving in a Ford, hated it. Driving in an Audi R8, hated it.
Brakes are overheating, mate.
He's telling me off about my brakes. So I hated them, and this is before the update. But the Aston, which, as you said, a lot of people are complaining about, I quite liked. So a bit like Rentsport in some degrees, that there's certain cars that you're going to get on with, and certain cars you're going to find a challenge. And as long as they get the handling right, in general, it'll be good. I think that's why learning more and more about iRacing. I didn't know anything about iRacing until Mark popped in from Rentsport. Just talking about iRacing, and then I looked up at iRacing, and then I sort of went and compared Rentsport to iRacing more than I did with other games. And then I could see, okay, the model that it's going for, what it's going for, is achieving. It, definitely wants the multiplayer side of things, and handling is on point. But from a game perspective, it's just lacking. But I can see it from an experience. So if you just a bit like COD, if you're literally going to play Rentsport and just hammer it online, it's a 10 out of 10 game, because that's what you're achieving, what you want it for. But from a game perspective, 60 quid's a lot of money to pay for just an online game, from my perspective. So I like a nice single player, and I'm a casual sort of game, so I was hoping this would be it. So this is supposed to have it's being billed as a really good online side of things, which I haven't tried yet, to be fair. I haven't tried, I need to try. I knew it was broken at launch, it didn't work at launch, so to speak, a lot of people have problems, so I stayed away and concentrated on the single player. So, okay, looks like the MX-5 traction control is locked to 0. Ah. Why is it locked to 0? They change as well when you think you change the traction controls and stuff, and you can even save your own sort of setup, and you expect it to just transfer to the next race. It doesn't. You have to manually push it to the next race, and that's annoying as well, because you forget. Similar to Rentsport in the fact that it had a bloody ignition button, and you just cut the engine off halfway through the race because you accidentally push down on the stick. It's like, what the fuck? What's my engine? Oh shit, there's a button for it. But I need to remove that, and it still took me best part of 24 hours solely of racing to realise that I need to
1 minute remaining in the session.
And I've only just done it. I've got rid of the binding on it. We're racing an MX-5.
Brakes are running hot.
Brakes are running hot. I'm getting told off. I'm using the brake too much. Isn't that what a brake is for? Brakes are meant to be used, are they not? No, you're using it too much. It's running really hot. On control at least. I will have a look. So which car is it? The MX? MX5. Let's see. Let's have a look there. Well, I'm not in a minute. But, we'll have a look a little bit. Hello, Jaden. Jaden 8. Shit. Red chat.
End of session. Check and flag this lap.
Okay, green flag this lap. I'm coming to the pits. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing this on Xbox, and how's the handling after the patch? I am playing it on Xbox, and I'm actually quite liking the handling after the patch. It's good. So you're playing the MX5 Cup, and you can't handle the car, Albie, is that right? Obviously, I am stuck. Can I quit? Would it save my practice? I don't know. I'm going to have to do the actual race, I know. Before I'll have a look at the MX5 Cup next for you. We'll have a look. Yeah, I am playing this, and there's improvements. It's not perfect. But there are massive improvements with the handling. The Aston, I'm driving the Aston, which a lot of people struggle with. I'm all right, but then I'm not a serious sort of, let's say, racing gamer. So I do have my traction control very high. I do have my ABS up very high, so to stable the car. But in general, it works really well. With all those settings on, I'm not having too much trouble. I haven't span out yet or anything like that. Throttle seems nice. It works. It's a nice mix of throttle. Brakes work really well. So overall, I'm good. But I've not gone into sort of the online side of things, because I know there were problems with that. But handling-wise, so far so good. So far so good. Next session. Because I did refund it, but I regret it after this patch. But the thing is, I think you'll be all right. So these sort of games, they take, to be honest with you, my experience from simulators in general, and even racing games, they take a good few patches anyway. It shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't. Years ago, if you like, from the cartridges and the CDs where they played on CDs and stuff, they had to work out the box, didn't they? Everything had to be right, robustly tested. They don't have to do that these days, so they just patch it as they go. Oh shit, I haven't done my traction control. Oh, maybe I have. Haven't done it? No, why would it remember my traction control that I want up high? It's going to hold everyone up now in the pits. I mess around with it. There you are. Sorted. So yeah, years ago, everything had worked, didn't it? Now they can just patch it as they go. That didn't work. Now, what I will say is sometimes obviously you have to get up to speed with the tyres before the car feels like it wants to turn. It still behaves a bit like a tank. I won't lie, you feel like you're battling with the car a little bit, but you're getting somewhere. That's the thing. I'm a big fan of Rennsport. That's the thing. Rennsport's handling for me is, it's brilliant. It really is. The handling makes the game for Rennsport. The problem with Rennsport is that from a single player perspective, there ain't nothing there. There ain't much to offer. It's very much geared to a multiplayer with Rennsport. But they do it ever so well. That's that handling's so much fun on Rennsport. This feels better, should we say. I'm not sold on the handling on this, but better. Still feel like I'm driving a bit of a tank at times. So give it some time is what I would say. If that would be my honest opinion. Give it another patch before jumping back. You might like it as is, but I wouldn't want you to buy it again and then go, fucking hell, it's still ropey. Because just because I get on with it doesn't mean everyone's going to get on with it. I think you're still going to have problems. If you're a serious racer, you're going to have problems with it still, I think. That's it. The real problem, they've been getting some serious sim racers and some real life drivers to try it, and then they're telling them that they're wrong when they get negative feedback. Yeah, see, you've got to listen to your customers, haven't you? You can't get people to try it out, and you're driving it wrong, they say to people who drive the division cars in real life. Yeah, they're not driving it wrong. That's what I say. I'm probably not the best of... Why is my car going left?
On the clock, mate. Full send this lap.
On the clock. It's on the tick. I'm probably not the best person to judge, but what I can tell you from a casual racer, it works really well. It works a lot better than it did a few days ago. If you're one that likes to change all the settings, I'm not. I like a car that just goes round. That makes sense. You tell I'm so serious, can't you? Yeah, I might rebuy it when the price will drop. Exactly. I wouldn't be scared off the game, but now you've let it iron out the problems. Let it have 1 or 2 patches, what I would say, and see where we go from there. It might also. I was talking to Mark from Rensport, who I've been getting to know very well. It might just come on a free-to-play weekend sooner than you'd think, and that's the same with Rensport, maybe. So that way you get to try it once it's fixed, and I think that would be the best way to do it. All the other one is to watch a few streamers and see what a few streamers feel after, a week or two. Unless you're absolutely craving. I mean, Christmas is coming up. How much time are you going to have on your hands? That's the thing. Are you solely Jaden? Are you solely a racer, or are you into other games as well? The appeal of this was the single player for me, not the multiplayer. And that is the biggest thing that I have a big pet hate with this game. And I'm waiting to see, once I finish the championship, whether they've fixed it. I don't think they have. And my biggest pet hate with this is, once you're playing a career mode, that you can't, unless they've patched it, you can't turn down the difficulty or rise the difficulty in your career. You have to restart a career. That's the problem for me. They're pissing off the serious players and making casuals play Spreadsheet Simulator before anything feels comfortable. Yeah. I think they've just left the tractors and combine harvesters in the game. Mate, been more fun to try. I think it's very serious racer, isn't it? That's what it's built as. It's built as a proper simulator, something that console gamers don't have as such. Also, it's built
5 minutes remaining
to be an alternative to the likes of iRacing and stuff. You don't have to have a subscription. That was their big thing, wasn't it? Their big thing was what you get is out of the box, and then you get all the cars, all the tracks. There's no subscriptions. There's no extra features. What you get for is a game out of the box that works. The trouble is, it's got to work, isn't it? That's the problem. It'll work by season 6. Maybe. Like test drives. I think you need to finish a session of racing before we can change difficulty. Oh, you see, I've done that yesterday. You couldn't. You literally, the other day, you really couldn't. No matter what, you couldn't change the difficulty, which was baffling. In Korea, it's absolutely annoying. Doing my head in, so I could finish an event, not mid-race for races, but an actual event, and you couldn't change the difficulty at all. So I get it halfway through an event, I get it through a race, obviously, halfway through an event, so you're going through an event of about 5 races, you can't change it. Finish a full season, well that's it, finish the full season, but you might not want to finish the full season, might you? You might get halfway through the season and think, I'm winning easy, this is boring now because I'm winning really easy. I want up the difficulty a little bit. Yeah? So this particular event, I think there's 5 races, I think, off the top of my head. So after the 5 races, when it's complete and I'm ready to choose another for my calendar, if you like, I should be able to change the difficulty. I should. But you can't. See, I respect that you can't change it mid-race. Obviously, that you wouldn't, for example, FIFA. comparing it to a football game, I know, but comparing it to football games, you know, if you wanted to, you're beating someone 5-6-0 and you're like, fucking hell, this is boring now because I'm going to win 5-6-0 every time. You want to change the difficulty. You can change it after that match. You wish I had this game. Dear Marcus, dear, that's the thing. I'll be aware of the problems it has had. What I will tell you is the patch has made it a lot better. You're broke right now. Get that. Okay. Christmas is coming up. It ain't going to be much easier, is it? But then you're in a good. You're broke right now, so it's probably not a bad thing, is it? Because it had an awful launch in terms of handling. But the patch works really well. I will say that. I'm enjoying the patch so far. Yeah, my biggest thing is I want to see whether they've changed what I didn't like about the career, which is that you couldn't change the difficulty midway through a career, or you know, you had to restart a career. It's just that crazy. And if they've changed that, then I'll be happy. That'd be me. But from a gaming perspective, it works really well. It's sound. How do you play, buddy? Do you play on the Xbox? Do you play on the PlayStation or your PC? Player Marcus. Wait until you're not joke. Game is cheaper. Yeah.
2/10 off.
In this state, yeah, probably right. It would be cheaper.
1 minute left.
1 minute left. 1 minute of qualifying left. Where am I qualifying? I'm not doing very well, am I, today? Not on this particular track. No. Maybe it's not suited to the car. I actually aren't having that many problems with the track, so it's definitely a me thing. Christ, we're a good second and a half off the pace, aren't we, really? Not expecting that. Here we go. So brake nicely. Got 4. Went for half a second so far. Take half a second. Keep going round. Keep going round. Keep going round. Keep going round. No, don't touch the gravel. You I'd like to tell you
check
that
your
was
flag
the
slap.
handling,
Session's over.
Having said that, I obviously did that better than the last lap. I don't know how. Now 0.7. This could be a decent. So we're over a second quicker somehow. I don't know how, but this could get me up the board a little bit. We are third. Nice, nice. Take that. Happy with that. Happy with that. Drink some more tea. Up to third. See, this is where I think I've found my level at the moment, Abby. So I'm kind of happy, but it would be nice to know if I could rise the difficulty, you know, because I do expect to get a bit better. Yeah. At least I think I would get better over time. Next.
Probably going to need to take a look at the setup between now and the race and find some pace.
We're fine. We're third. What's he moaning about? Look at the pace. We're half a second at best. Half a second. I'll take third in the championship. We'll be fine. Next. Drive. Here we are. We're good. You feel like you've been conned. I've started the career 3 times, so I've played around with it because I'm reviewing it. So I've messed around with it because I wanted to experience some other cars as well. So we're going to start. Here we are. Let's go. Let's go. Away we go. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, see, that's my problem. I haven't sorted out the... I didn't do the vehicle setup. Engine, does it have a load setup? Vehicles, thank you. It does. I just have to remember to do that every time. This will be better now. This will be a better start anyway. It's not encouraging you to move everything around and plug in the wheel. Let's put it like that. Oh no, very much. I think give it 3 months. That'll be 6 months. That's the thing. It's an investment. That's how I look at this. It's an investment. I've invested. You know, it's an investment into this. It's an investment into like the Rennsport. These games at the moment. NASCAR was different. NASCAR worked, but it was a different kettle of fish. You know. I think if Forza launched like this, everyone would be having a hissy fit. You know, Forza's problem was it didn't launch like this. It just launched with no content. So Forza launched with what Rennsport is suffering with, if you like, the fact the lack of content. But that's from a game perspective with Rennsport. I know the model now we're getting with Rennsport, what they're trying to do and what they were trying to achieve. And I'm like, well, okay, that's what they were trying to achieve. They've achieved it. But from a game perspective, it needs more content. But I can respect that. It's also team sizes as well, a bit different as well. Rennsport is not a huge team. I don't know what the size of the team is behind this game. I'd like to find out. Also, I can't work out how to bloody start cars. Some places it just can't. Everyone overtakes me and then go. So I can start the pole, but sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. We'll take fifth. With Forza, I just wanted to look for an online game with A and B. Yeah. Except you couldn't, because you couldn't do online racing how you'd like. They were just like, right, you're stuck in this. You've got to wait so many minutes. But do this. Particular race that we have chosen for you. You know. Can't look for what you want. Break, so friend. Come on, tank, move. Thank you. But it was good to hear that in Project Motor Racing they did acknowledge the fact that the game launch didn't work quite what they wanted. So they held their hands up straight away rather than just quiet. And they've worked really hard to get a patch out as well, especially the fact that Microsoft certification process is not always the quickest. But they've done a patch across the board, haven't they? PlayStation and PC as well. So we're happy we can get rolling, get racing. We're fourth, okay, we'll take fourth so far. Touch of third. I feel like we should be able to catch third, but there's some late braking. Maybe not that sort of braking, but a little bit quicker than me. The podium will do me. Get round. Now on them. That's better than I did on qualifying anyway. Yeah, we'll take him up on the inside. Nice. Happy with that move there. That was a proper move, wasn't it? Not so happy with that corner. I had to brake. But we are keeping it on the track, so yeah. That's the biggest thing is that having played this game,
we're top of the board on pace right now.
you'd have noticed that I was coming off the track quite a bit, and I'm massively improved. And that isn't just because I've improved; that is because the game has improved as well. Probably a bit both. Handling's a bit better. It's a lot better. More so than me getting better, I would say. But I do think Rennsport as well has helped me. I won't lie, it's made me a better driver, Rennsport, in terms of track-based game already. Nice to Rennsport, haven't I? Can't pop in. Oh, touch the dirt there. So I might have got past this lap, but I'm still... Oh, fuck. So I'm still away from these, and I'll be further away now. Oh, no, I've got somehow got the run, got a little bit quicker on this one. So we could get second. Second could potentially be break a little bit because I don't want to take him out. Oh, you fucker! You absolute fucker! I thought it was Horizon 5 called it still has your front bumper. He's a fucker, that was. They said about AI wouldn't do that sort of thing. Well, there you go. AI is not completely fixed. You'll still get instances like that. Just turn it into me now. Not trusting it. There you are. Get out of the way. Tried to come over. Look at the fucker. Look. He's trying to squeeze me like a proper racer would. He's side by side here. Wheel to wheel. Going to break it a little bit late. Hopefully it will stay. It's very late. Yes. Up to second. Up to second. So now we've got 2.2 to catch. We've got 2 laps to do it. Pull away from third. He hasn't moaned about my breakage use. Shit, right, that's a bit better. Bring it round. You see, I'm leaning now, I'm like the competitive side in me has come out, and I'm leaning right the way round for it. Closer, that's the thing. Oh, we've gone wide. A bit wide, yeah, track limits. What I have noticed, Albie, is that it's not giving me a penalty for literally every little thing that I do. And that was pissing me off a little bit, that every little thing you've got a 2-second for. Now, I will say that I don't actually get that message come up very often now. But I've had it twice in the last 2 laps and it hasn't penalised me. Because we're literally talking the most tiniest bit I've come off the track. It hasn't helped me. I've had my explanation as to why Rennsport suddenly chucks sort of big sort of instant points at you, and that is because it's too many instants in the space of a small amount of time. Something increases the algorithm of giving you the points. So okay, so fair enough. That works. But what if it's not your fault? You know, someone literally parks in the middle of the track and you have no option but to smash into it. You know, but 2.2, we're not actually gaining, are we, on this? So I think we're going to be settling for second. We're second off in terms of third, second behind me now. But oh, hang on, we just gained a little bit. We must have done that corner slightly better than them. 1.6. It's not enough, is it? Oh shit, I had to really brake because I lost that. I held that. It would be so much better if I was flat out or anything like that, probably. So we go into the last lap in second place. Which is alright, I suppose. Second to do. Happy with second. Got a little bit of a gap now to third. But no silly 2.2 second sort of penalties. Back off a little bit, I think. So the minute you back off, you sort of feel a little bit more invested in the race all of a sudden, because you realise actually I've backed off. But no, I'm doing it correctly and I'm catching them slightly again. I'm going to back off. I'm going to behave myself. Don't power out the corners too much. Just use the fact that I'm a second and a half faster than third. So I probably won't get first even if I tried. But it's not worth going for that 2 second penalty and drop me in position. So they can have first. They'll let them have first. So let them, they are going to get first anyway. Shit, here comes a 2. Shit. No. Still didn't give me it. That's alright just as well. Yeah, second. We'll take second. Happy with second. That'll do me. I've got my tea. Right. Don't want to restart the weekend. I shouldn't naturally go to restart the weekend. It should be on finish first, shouldn't it?
Podium. Great job with the top 3 finish. Nice driving.
Happy with that. Finished the weekend. You've earned position 108,000. Finishing second. So there you are. So the next event is completely done now. So this is where I need to text it. So next event complete. Entry fee. So we've got nothing set up. So now in theory, we should be able to go to manage team. This is how in theory, we should be able to change the career settings, but no, we can't, and that's what annoys me. That is the biggest thing from a single player perspective that annoys me. So I've just finished a 5 event series, which I've won, and I'm quite happy with the difficulty at the moment, if I'm honest. I'm only a casual player. I'm quite happy with the difficulty where it is. I can win races, I'm coming second or third, or getting pole here and there. But we're competitive, we're right at the top. So that's all good. But say I wanted to try it a little bit harder, say I wanted to increase the difficulty, it doesn't allow you to. And that's annoying. The only way that I've find that you can actually change that is to start a new career, and it really shouldn't be like that. It should be. I should be able to change that now. Not mid-race, not mid-tournament, but now. Tournament's finished. I've got nothing on. That's where I should be able to change it, and you can't. And that is poor from my perspective. Poor to actually even have that fall out like that. So confirm. It's annoying, but we can carry on. So event calendar, now I get to choose my events. So there we are. Oh, hang on, maybe. Am I telling a lie? It says finish. Oh, we've only just finished. Now, let's have a look at it now, maybe. Now, I still think it'll be exactly the same. But this is the thing that I was hoping that they'd change. Yes, I think they might have done. Because it's no longer greyed out. Having said that, I can't. Why can't I? It's not greyed anymore, but I can't actually shift over. Career settings. I'm pressing career. No, you still can't. What the fuck, eh? So I'm not missing a button here, am I? So X would confirm, which is what we're doing. Pressing X. It doesn't do anything. So we can retire the team or we can go back, but you can't change the difficulty. How annoying. is that? That is the most ridiculous thing in a game. And the most annoying thing. I mean, I'm sort of thinking if I press the D buttons, it's not working. That just controlling that. If I press the stick, it's not working. If I push it in, it doesn't shift over. If I push it in, it doesn't shift over. If I press the left bumper or the right bumper, it doesn't do anything. If I push the right trigger, left trigger, it doesn't do anything. Oh, annoying. Good morning, Scully. How are you doing? How's things? Why didn't they label this early access? I know. If they'd labelled it early access, everyone would have been like, fine. But that sort of thing annoys me. So now the only way I can change that setting and from a difficulty perspective is to restart the career. Which is like, why? And that just instantly ruins it. So at some point, I like to think at some point, I'm going to need to increase that. You know, I'm going to get better, and otherwise I'm just going to get bored. If I'm winning the races with no problem, I'm just going to get bored. You seem like you need more tea. I do need more tea. Let's hydrate. Cheers, Essex Tea, as always. And I haven't got a biscuit handy. Not at the moment. Maybe later. No, I'm trying to be good, to be fair. I am trying to be, as much as we talk about food and make myself hungry at times, I am trying to be good. Yeah, Rensport is early access, got ragged a bit, but this is supposed to be full release. Yeah, I know. It's so that sort of thing is what annoys me the most about the game. You know, and that's from a single player perspective. You'd think that it'd have that because it's catering to the single player. No, why would you do that? So now I can choose any event. So we can go to that. I can't even remember what that was. Was that the World Series? I think that was the World Championship. No, it wasn't, because it didn't earn as much money. What was that? I did the UK. I've done the Italian. Oh, the other thing, yeah, from a career perspective, and again, I was thinking, surely they've got to change this. Surely they've got to change it. Nordschleife. Championship purse, 0. Entry fee, 170k. Why would you do that from a career perspective? So, Alfie, for your example, why would you do that? At 170k into that particular Nordschleife, you know, for what? Why would you do that? And the same with this, the Bathurst. Am I hungry? maybe I'm on a diet. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but the Belgium, do you know what I mean? Belgium 250. You're going to put championship person 0, so you're paying money to enter, but you're not going to win. Just right. So MX5, where are we going? So I've got to buy a car, have I? Buy a car. Purchase a car. So he wants me to do the MX5. But what is it in? Try it single player. Oh no, I'll try it in a career. I'm happy to give it a go. It's like, don't do it on mine. What are we in? MX5 Cup. MX5 trophy, there you go. So let's buy this car that Albie says is horrible to drive. Yeah. Let's do it. Confirm. And then let's appearance cockpit. Can we change the appearance? Can we no. What's the point of having an appearance if you can't change it? Why is the music so dramatic and loud? Are they loud? I think the music might be. It's now quiet, isn't it? Because there's no music on. It's like, I feel like Tom Cruise is about to start running. Yeah. Now I want garage. I want to change. I want to drive that car. Thank you. Appearance. Right. Back. We've got 2 cars. Back. Career. Essex Tea. Why is it not? Event calendar. Yeah. So we're looking for an MX5. trophy in the United Kingdom. Then, yeah, let's do the United Kingdom MX5. Why not? Eh? So we get to race in Northampton and Derby. Let's go to Northampton. Flying the flag for the UK. I do. Good luck, Alfie. I've driven this car. You're going to have a nightmare with it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. What we'll do is we'll vehicle setup. This is where Abby's going to say, no, the traction control's not on. Engine drivetrain. Right, my traction control is on, Abby. But my ABS only has a 6 value. So traction control is fully on. ABS will only go to 6. Okay. Let's give it a go. Drive. How do I change the viewpoint? That's it. Do that one. Use the throttle gently. We use it gently. You're scaring me, Albie, with this. We've had the Tom Cruise music, and now we're going to be scared by the Mazda. Come on then. First corner off. Is that what we're expecting? Brakes. Oh my god, that doesn't... The handling on this is shit. I can drive it, but it just goes like that, doesn't it? Left. You literally physically see the car just glide that way because there's no turning involved. It just glides to the left and then glides to the right. Crisscross. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? Oh my god! You can it didn't allow you to change the control. What was that, last night or this morning? Maybe they fixed it. Still hate it. Just now, weird. Oh, I can change it. I can glide it. Let's do that. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna come off. Just mess around now for a minute. Let's turn this all off. So you had this all off, yeah? It's all restricted to off, yeah? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to drive this, I can tell you now. But we'll give it a go. So it's all off. It's just the way it glides left and right. I haven't said that. It's all off at the moment. No traction control. Here we go. So we put the brakes on. Yeah. My god, that's ropey as fuck, isn't it? It's just the way it moves. It literally glides left and right. I'm going to do it just for a laugh, but to run a few corners. But I know what you mean, actually, with it off. It's just left and right. It's all over the place. Sunday driver at best, yeah. Sunday driver on a Saturday. I feel like it's a Sunday. I do, because I streamed yesterday morning. So I literally am feeling like it's a Sunday. It's so Yankee, isn't it? It just... I mean, this is with it all off, but I... Look at that, fucking hell. You can drive it, but literally you come out of the corner, it just goes all the way over there. Nah, you need traction control on. I do anyway. It's rough as anything, I'm joking there. I mean, what I will say is I don't want to say it too soon. I don't feel like I'm going to spin off. But it's weird. The handling is still weird. I can't give it. It's on this particular car. The handling is atrocious. Having said that, that is with ABS all on, off, and everything. So it's Let's turn it back on. There, we'll put that one. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Down. I mean, I'll put the. I'll turn that on. There you are. Let's change it now. Yeah, so we turn the traction control on, turn the ABS on, and I will be able to handle this a lot better now. But it's still rough as anything because the way it just glides left and glides right. You don't feel like you're turning the car. You just feel like it. The best way I can describe driving this car. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Cunt fuckers follow me. Okay, thank you, buddy. Hope you're well. You're obviously enjoying what you're seeing. Is this game worth getting again after refunding it? I've just been racing the Aston and I've been loving it. There's a massive difference in handling. It's not there
5
yet.
minutes remaining in the session.
Sort of pointed out with the Mazda. It's not there yet, but it's drivable. Albie say no, not yet. I'd say hold off. Maybe watch a few more streams. I'm very much a casual streamer and casual sort of player when it comes to racing games. So I love them. I love them for bits. But are you a serious sort of racer that likes to toy with all the settings? I think that's, for me, that's where it would come down to. It's also a bit more of an investment. You know this game is going to be fixed as well. That's the thing. So you know it's coming. But I tried multiplayer, but it was too buggy. Okay, that's for you. I'll tell you what. Let's come out this for you, just for you. Let's find out, because if you tried multiplayer, and I know multiplayer was buggy, and it was pissing you off, so it's fun. So you're very much focused onto the multiplayer side of things, and I haven't tried multiplayer. So let's go into multiplayer. And we'll see. Yeah, and we'll find out. Because I was going to play from a handling perspective, from a single player perspective. Yes and no. What pisses me off about the single player is the fact that you can't change difficulty as you go along. They're fixing things, but things which shouldn't have been broken in the first streamers were driving them. It was feedback months ago, and they ignored it. I couldn't even load in. Right, there you are. So we're going to ranked. Straight into ranked, straight off the batch. Let's see if this works. Straight in. Project Motor Racing license. Oh, we need a license test, do we? Okay. Begin license test. What's this then? In order to pass the test and acquire it, a license, you must cross the finishing line with it. Oh, fucking hell. Once you've passed the test, you will be granted to the rank. Right, go on in, begin the test. Begin the test. It is crazy. We were saying about it before that if it was going back to the days of like cartridges and actual games on a disc and no internet, if you like, the game had to be worked. They must have been robustly tested. I get the whole online side of thing makes it difficult in terms of the multiplayer and all that lot of side of things, but you should be able to nail the single player, without a problem. Lime Rock Park. Here we go. So, license test, and then look, we get to drive it in a Mazda. We don't even get to choose our car, do we? We have to drive it in a Mazda MX-5. Oh, this is going to be fucking fun, isn't it? Because I've already felt that the right. Turn our traction controls off and stuff like that on me. This car is just ropey as anything. I'm on a controller, buddy, so I have heard that they've added wheel support and stuff, so I couldn't tell you on that, but what I will say is that this is not the best car to test. This car is crap. God. Ropey as anything. I've got to finish it in 8 laps in 8 minutes to get my license. Oh my god, this car is crap. Now, if I'd have been driving in an Aston, that would have been fine. But why have they forced me into driving in this? Or is it not forced into this, and this is just the car that I was on? Oh shit, ropey as anything. I think the hypercars and controls are even worse. But this is supposed to be a beginning car under a 100k budget. Oh, fucking hell, Abby. The way it turns is I often refer to cars that are like a tank to drive. This is not a tank. This is just, I don't know. Do you remember one of these little handhelds that you had back in the day? Like you played it like a car game and you move left, right or centre. That's what this game feels like. Certainly in this car, it just feels like you're moving it right and left. And that's it. It's a shopping trolley. I'm being very cautious with it because I just want to do the 8 minutes, but I'm probably being too cautious, am I? I'm also going to look at these names in a bit. Lucas Tanaka, Drew Fletcher. I wonder if these and Bill Jones are these people that made the game. Conor McGregor. I look like Conor McGregor. So you know what? Someone come up to me in the summer and thought I looked like Tyson Fury. He wanted his photo taken with me. I've also had Eddie Hall as well before. I don't know why. Oh, more for the track. Don't be like that, Dave. I had a photograph taken because he thought I was Tyson Fury, and I said, "I'm nothing like Tyson Fury, nothing like him." But he had a photograph taken with me just for a laugh, and then someone literally a few months later said I look like Eddie Hall, you know, the strong man. I'm like, fucking hell. You've been called Patrick Stewart and Adrian Edmondson. It's crazy. Open your eyes. I did. I actually said to him, "You need to go to some Bex Havens, mate. I'm nothing like you." Right, getting a little bit used to this now. Now we're driving it. It's still really weird that the car just goes left and right, but it's getting a little bit better now. The tyres warmed up, obviously that, but it's still really weird. It's not such a horrible experience anymore. Tolerable, maybe. Oh, that'll cut me off, wouldn't it? That was a bit cheaty, wasn't it? I wonder in terms of my time trial how I'm getting on. I've got to play around with the MDF, haven't I? Or the MFD. Whatever you want to call it. Right, around the corner, so. There you are. What are you going to tell me my total time? No. I don't think I can get my license. I'm just looking at it. So I've got to come in under and... Have you really got to have a license test and got to come under it? I've been far too cautious, haven't I? You have to speed it up. It's a minute. Hate that shit. We're probably not going to do it at all. 1:06. Like a Sunday drive, isn't it? I didn't actually see what the time was. It said 8 minutes, didn't it? 8 minutes something. Oh shit, nearly lost it. It's going to be interesting. It'd be really annoying if I didn't do it. I have been overly cautious though. It's just not great that the guys have an attitude problem. When you have to tell them when they're driving the cars wrong. You'd have to give me some of these quotes. I got to have a look at them because the guy, I think one of the guys that I did on when he said about the patch, he quite acknowledged it quite quickly. But as you said, people have been testing this for a while and saying that this has got problems, and they've ignored them and they're only fixing them now. And yeah. Getting a little bit quicker, but not quick enough. I'm pushing myself now. 103. I'm getting quicker, so we're nearly a second quicker than what we were. Okay. I don't know what the time was. Panicking now because I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm well out of time and I don't want to do 8 minutes again. I've been so cautious with the first 2 laps because I've been used to the handling of the car. It's not terrible now, Albie, the handling. Now I've sorted the ABS and stuff like that. It's still weird how it just drifts left and right. Definitely invalidate my lap time. I don't care. Warning track minutes. Shit. Look at it again. Right, here we go. I don't even know if I can pause this. It's because it's online, doesn't it? Can I pause? Oh, I can pause it. Okay. So Jimmy Broadbent got told at an event that he was driving the BMW GT4 car wrong because he was spinning all the time. He drives that car in real life. Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? It's after it.
Last lap, keep pushing.
Keep pushing. We'll keep pushing. We'll push this trolley around the course. I'm getting fonder of this car, Albie. It's not quite what it was at the start, but it needs all the traction stuff on it, that's for sure. Definitely needs all that on it to race it. Without it, fucking hell. Final lap. Have I got to finish it in that amount of time? Is that what he's going to do? Oh shit. I'll be fine, he says. Yeah, we're only 46. We're on our licence. Of all the things to earn a licence on a ranked, eh?
Looks like they found something we didn't. Time to analyse the data.
Unfortunately, you've not passed the... What the fuck? You must pass the licence test in order to... What the fuck is this? 17 seconds. Fucking hell. Are they trying to tell me that I'm not good enough? Improve. Right, let's just go to social. Let's fuck that. Surely I can play multiplayer without doing that. Can I not change my car? Right, let's go to social then. That was ranked. Not allowed to do ranked. We'll do social. Okay. Social it is. Oh god. MX5, 10 laps.
And here comes Moss.
Go on then. 10 laps, Lime Rock Park. Go on then. Select vehicle. There's only one to select, isn't there? Yeah. Can I select? Can we do anything to do with the click there? Can we click stick? Does that? No, that's just the bindings. Okay, I thought we might be able to do some. So I prefer anti-social. You prefer anti-social. Here you are. We're going to test 10 minutes. 10 minutes of qualifying, eh? And then 10 laps. In the summer. We've got 4 registered players. I thought there were 10 in here. 4 registered players doing the MX5. Go on then. Let's see how this works. So to earn a ranked, I've got to find 17 seconds. Isn't that I think I could find 10. 17 is going to be a push. So not only have they made this super duper hard in terms of the authentic mode, they've made online, because they didn't put too much wrong with that Mazda, but to be 17 seconds off, and I don't consider myself a bad, sort of player of these sort of games. I'm not a great player, I'm not a good player, but I'm not a bad player. I would have thought I'd been able to play ranked. They've literally just wiped out a whole degree of player that can't play ranked, so they're only stuck on social. No, you could corner off. It only gave me a couple of warnings. So, I mean, I could have cut them a bit more. Like I said, I think I could have found about maybe a second, maybe a second and a half on each lap, maybe, because the first few laps were literally slow as fuck. I was being careful. Right, vehicle setup. Oh, good. I can do vehicle setups. Good. Because there's no way that is. Oh, traction control. Here you are, Albie. Traction control is set to 0. This will be interesting. How can you set a traction? Because you should be able to check. Oh, mind you, I suppose that would be unfair of everyone else, wouldn't it? I don't know. Spectate back. Let's just drive it. So I'm stuck with having to set the traction control to 0.
Hammer down now.
So this is going to be interesting. But I've got the ABS on, so the traction control's a bit. Let's basically do with the traction control on. There you are. So we're off already. No. Oh dear. This was the issue you had. So yeah. So the traction control is set to 0. I wonder if they're the same though. Maybe because the way it's just slowed down there. Kill rabbit, kill, kill. Here comes Chunky Monkey with his gun. Flex gonna run, he's gonna run. Mr. Cuppa's coming for you. Now you're feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, it's here we go. When you get around this corner, it's going to be where you have to brake, isn't it? And what you're going to do with sort of holding those corners, isn't it?
Start of your timed lap. Make it count.
Make it count. So braking forces the car to massively want to turn to the right. Big oversteer problem. And then understeer is not so bad. So it definitely wants to go to the right, like that. It wants to glide. I mean, you can get used to the thing, but you really shouldn't have to, should you? So I can know that I've got to literally just turn it. And you don't need to turn it much to the right. If you overturn it to the right, it's going to go. Just caress it, I think. It's the best way, isn't it? Slowly caress it. If I do a 1F to no one near as quick as that looks. Hey. Or kill rabbit. It's me that's going to do the running, isn't it? God, I can just glide round. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't have a problem with the traction control. Literally just glided past me like I wasn't even there. Because I don't trust the car at the moment. Yeah. Feels like better than 104 though. Better than a minute, not 4 seconds off that. Interesting experience.
5 minutes remaining.
I think you could be too cautious. That's what I usually am. I'm going to get under a minute, hopefully. There we are. Oh, someone's hit a cone. Yeah, so we're going to break the minute barrier. So improvement. See if we can go a little bit faster. We'll break the 59 now, don't we? That's what we want. We'll break the 59. Justin, the car's coming with us. Oh, we're going to break it. Oh, yeah. We're going to break it by quite a bit. Oh, second, look at this. Finding the time. So you're getting used to it. It's tough. And when you lose it, obviously, you're fucked. But I'll take that. That's not too bad. Not too bad. As long as I'm steadily improving. That's where I judge a game. If I feel like I can steadily improve. Track limits, yeah. Don't fucking do it now. Fuck around a bit now. Can we go to the press start and go to the return to the pit? There you go. I think we'll leave it there. I'm quite happy with that. Tough to drive though. Tough. I suppose I should get out again because they're out, aren't we? But that was tough. But we're getting there. It's caressing it, isn't it? I mean, the initial start is just like, wow. But if you caress and just gently let it glide round, then it's not so bad. Obviously, you need to feather the brakes a little bit at times, and then it just gives you massive. I think the thing is that it massively goes to the right. Like it is doing now. It's going to give me a penalty. Don't you fucking give me a penalty now. When I was going to just sort of sit in the pits, but I thought this could come out. How do you reverse? I don't know how to reverse. I've never had to. I've never had to reverse. That's going to be interesting. That happens. I don't know how to reverse. Obviously, I've got to stick it into reverse, but you'd think that you just press sort of like brake, wouldn't you? And then when you get to the end of the brake, you press it again, or you press it again, like on other games. You just double sort of tap it, and it goes into reverse. That's going to be interesting if that happens. It'll spin out. Stage spins out, but he's stuck and he can't reverse. Yeah, geared down, but I don't know what the button is.
Session ends in 1 minute.
I don't know what the button is. A, is it? Okay. I've never had to put it into reverse. Oh, okay. Oh, no, yeah. So it all came together. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Oh, well. I can't believe that I failed my driving test. I can't believe that they've set the bar quite high. So I've got to find 17 seconds from somewhere.
This lap is the checkered flag.
I haven't
Session's
said that
over.
this is Lime Rock Park, so this is the same lap, isn't it? And I can obviously do it in 58 now, not even try it, you know. So if I did every lap in 58 seconds, or thereabouts, I would be under. So maybe I was just being massively cautious. True, maybe I can do it. I'm just
Here's what it is. We're going to have traffic to deal with at the start of the race.
That's alright, we can deal with the traffic. Let's give it a go. So we've got one Xbox player, we've got two PlayStation players, and a PC player. Okay, let's go. Menu switch. X. I don't want to leave the weekend. I want to drive, so let's go. Vehicle setup, let's must do that, otherwise I'll end up in trouble. ABS is on, yeah, so that's all off. Okay, well, fair enough. As long as everyone else is in the same boat, that's good. Let's go. Waiting for players to grid. So there's 4 of us. And I can go for a Saturday morning drive.
Focus on the lights.
Go for a Saturday morning drive, but it's. I don't like the way that car's jumping around on the right. Oh, they've got 15-second penalty. And they've got a 15-second penalty if they move. 4. Get them tyres warm up. Be cautious to start off with, or we end up on the track. Slowly caressing. Because we had the hang of it. And now we've got to get back to the hang of the car. It'll be interesting. Be overly cautious to start off with because I don't want to spin out. I don't want to try too hard, do I? Yeah, so I've lost 2 seconds, 4 seconds on the lap. The first one already to the Christ. We lost that for a second. I'm going to lose it again. I've lost it. No, don't. Yeah, we're off the track. We're off the track. We're off the track. Oh dear. Track limits maintained. I've got to maintain 80 kilometers. Oh well. They've got 15 seconds, maybe I can catch up, not finish last. Less is more, get this handling right. We'll be alright. But honestly, if you're playing online, I don't see why you would even look at this game compared to Rensport. If that's what your sole focus is online. Rensport is just hands down a better handling model. We'll try and keep this on the track. We know that it's going to oversteer. Fucking hell. Caressing. We've got to caress it a bit better. Look after it a bit better. Say sweet nothings to it. but not sweet nothings. Sweet somethings with feelings and meaning. Here we go. Well, we can catch up, surely. At least around that corner. That's the corner I was struggling with. So around that one. So we haven't incurred 15 seconds. Chunky Monkeys. He's actually going for it, considering. Mind you, I'm not putting a 58 lap in, am I? But, you know, I'm 101 again. Like I'm scared, isn't it? What am I scared of? It's going to be a better lap. Much better lap. So over 2 seconds faster than that. 2.5 seconds faster. Our best one yet. That's a bit better as well. Glide it round some of it actually. I think I'm too heavy on the brakes if I'm honest. Much better, much better. Oh gee, they're going to get that 15 seconds, are they? They are better. They're doing better. I'm popping that down under 58 point something now.
You're halfway there.
We're halfway there. Oh, don't do that, Dave, don't do that! Fucker. Fucker. Right, Albie says press A. Okay. Right, let's go. Fucking hell. They'll be lapping me in a minute. You will be lapping me in a minute. Look at that. It's 52 odd seconds. It's going to be right on my arse in a minute. The debut online, eh? Look at that. I can see my wheel ring.
Blue flag, mate. Let him past.
Oh, I am letting it past her. Just going out very wide. There you go. Nice driver like me there. One lap. Oh! Oh! Why has Kill Rabbit dropped down? Dropped down? Has he smashed into something? He ended up in the pits? I'm not last anymore. So we'll continue on. Maybe it's just like fucking hell, it's 10 laps. I can't do 10 laps. Yellow flag. Oh. Someone spun. The flag was out. It's not just me that spins then. Maybe it was Kill Rabbit. He's not quite a lap behind, you know. Kind of hoping it might be the other guy in second. Maybe it was first that spun. I don't want to talk too soon and say we've finally got the handling again. Oh, yellow flag, someone spun. Who's it this time? It was only for a second the yellow flag was up. careful. Why was the yellow flag? Why was the yellow flag up? Kill Rabbit though, fucking hell, look, he's all over the place, keeps seeing his time, and all of a sudden he was like 20 seconds, like that can't be right with the online side of things. A minute ago he was like 50 odd seconds behind me, then it was down to 10. But he hasn't caught 40 seconds up, I haven't been that bloody slow, Christ. No, I'm a second sort of caressing it now and just sort of bringing it down.
Heads up, you're not racing this back marker in front, so just get past him quickly.
Corner cutting. Back marker, am I? Oh, I've lapped someone. How have I lapped someone? I'm scared, Albie, that's what it is. I'm scared to catch the corner cutting. Don't want to catch the... So a minute a lap. Not on the final lap, is it? Okay, just got a lap to go yet. Don't think I'm going to finish.
The back marker ahead isn't in the fight for position. Clear them ASAP.
Right, yeah, 2 laps now. It's just sitting off the side of the track, is it? Okay. 10 laps.
Great job bringing it home. Lovely podium. Nice work.
I don't know about great job. I've seen someone in second chasing first, and the game says the race leader was a back marker. Yeah, it's a little bit. I'd like to give the ranked another go. I would. I'm intrigued. Intrigued. See where we can go. Menu switch. Can we menu switch it? So I come out of that for a minute, check in previous registrations. So I come out of that for a minute, and we're going to go in. Gonna try ranked again, because I think I can do project. What is the time that we've got to get? 8 minutes 35. You see, in theory, if I do 8 laps, a minute each, then I can do it. So my first 2 laps must have been really, really slow while I was getting used to the car. Now I'm used to the car, I feel that maybe, I don't want to blow my own trumpet a little bit, especially if we can turn traction control on. But maybe we might be able to do this. Having said that, traction control might be what's slowing me down a little bit to a degree. That's possible as well. We're getting ready. Here we go. And we're away. So if we do a minute a lap, or just over a minute a lap, then that's enough, isn't it? Or was I not doing the full circuit, maybe? I don't know. We're about to find out. Still massively oversteers though, this car. Stay in touch with these though, surely that would prove that I could do it, wouldn't it? Didn't do that very well at all. Oh shit, lost a bit there. It's interesting to see what my lap time is on the first. What's that? I was a minute already. So the first lap's going to be hard. It's a minute 4. So if I can get the next one.
You've got the fastest lap right now. Nice
The
work.
fastest lap. put fastest lap button on last. How does that work? Keep going round. Come on, bring it. We're against the clock here, we're against the tick. Yeah, a little bit of corner cut in, and anyone does it. I think maybe if I fuck it up like I just have, I'm having a break. We might just, if we can do these sort of times, be like one. Shit, no, that's not good though, is it? One through. You've got to improve. Bring it round. Keep coming. Don't come off the track, Dave. Fuck it. Lost it. It's going to be tough, isn't it? You've got to do each lap kind of perfect, haven't you? Yeah, that won't tell me off, then I don't know what would. Second, I want to get this down. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we can qualify? Do you reckon we can get under 8 minutes 35? That'll be tough. Press this round, bring it round, power out. Remember that this massively oversteers. That's a much better corner, that one. Maybe not that one, mate. I think they're just about to hold that. I'm going to have to pause it for a second and put the pause screen on for a second. Bear with me, I'll be back in a second. Again, I'm back without a hat. Look, yeah, so you can see that I'm a baldy, but I've actually left my hat over there. So we'll put the complete Xbox cap on for now. But yeah, look at this. We've just had our delivery. if you like. I'll deliver it. Maybe I need the right cap for this. Eh? Maybe I need the right cap, maybe. But obviously you'll notice the whole Essex Tea thing here. And I the Essex Tea hat usually. And you've got the Essex Tea, the cup and all that. And the Essex Tea logo and branding. And that is because I'm affiliated with Essex Tea and sponsored by Essex Tea to get the Essex Tea message across. And these lovely people at Essex Tea have just delivered me a parcel. That's what that was. So here we go. Look, so especially for Christmas, we're getting lots and lots of gifts. A couple of gifts anyway, a few gifts, little freebies, if you like. So we've got a mug. And we've got the Essex Tea. And you can buy these. You can buy these. Look, I'll hang up the screen. There you are. Put them up where my face would be. Look at that. I see receives the merchandise, abandons the cap. I forgot it at the front door. So I've left it over there. So we just grabbed the first cap. So there you are. Look, there's the tea. Tea and coffee. Look. We've got some more coffee. There you are. I'll show it off. With this. And that's fabulous coffee. Essex coffee. Good stuff. But it's all about the tea. It's all about the tea, isn't it? And here you go. It's all about the tea. Tea, tea, tea. Look at that. Keep me going, won't it? Keep me going for a little while. What do you reckon? Big enough? I think it's big enough, isn't it? If that isn't the biggest load of tea, then I don't know what is. So look at that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just need to do it properly now with the right tea. I put my tea order in yesterday. Did you do the catering size? Oh, no, that's not good. I'm fucking down because the dog's just sat on the controller and it's just set it off pause. It's like, we're off. I ain't going to do this now, am I? Still hasn't arrived. Firing the catering staff and fire the dog. You know, she's sat on my bloody controller. It's like, you're not going to do it now. I don't know whether to restart or just absolutely muller it. I'm restarting now. I've got to restart it now. But hey ho. Can't be bad, eh? Essex Tea, Saxon Brew. Get some in ya. You can buy your own tea. You get 10% off if you look in the About section. There's a big tea cup, and if you just click on it, it takes you directly to the website and it gets you 10% off your order. We love Essex Tea. Essex Tea is the stuff in it. Look at that. Eh? Look at that. But yeah, I forgot the cap at the front door. So excited to receive the tea.
Need a good start. Remember to keep the nose clean. It's turn 1.
Go. Right. At least we can try and improve the first lap. The first couple of laps, because the second one wasn't exactly great, was it? Here we go. Do the first lap. I'm going to improve the first lap. I was right on their tail, weren't I, the first lap? But we'll take from that. That's going to be, maybe I'll catch them up. Just excited with the team now. Look. You know what, we're not going to bother without trying to. Oh dear, that's what you get for cheating. That's like Lewis Hamilton winning the race and grabbing a Mercedes cap for the press conference. I still write for CX. Look, there you are. I still do my CX stuff, my CX cap. I know, terrible, isn't it? Terrible. But we've got the Essex Tea in the house. I think that'd do for Christmas, wouldn't it? They're giving away one of them as well on their Instagram. now. I've got so excited that I'm going to fucked it all up now, and I completely. So I got subs from Johnny yesterday and Keris, and they're gifting subs out, and now I've had the tea. It's not been a bad few days, is it?
Focus on the lights.
Not been a bad few days. I've had a follow as well today that you're making this Essex Chappy Day. Just need to get to 600 now. We're one off. We're one off 600. Better. Corrected the oversteer then as well. Going around. Can't be bad, eh? Can't be bad. Slight little bit of cheating there, isn't there? Surely I'll gain some speed and that hasn't penalised me. What we're going for a licence, I think. We've got to do, what was it, 835? Eight laps around about a minute. We'll forgive this one for this sort of standard start, so we're not wanting about a minute. Lap. Obviously a lot quicker, but we want it about 5 seconds quicker. That's what we're looking for, about 5 seconds, hopefully. And then we've got to maintain that again. Slight cheating again. It's not taking it though, so we'll take it. Right on their backside again. I do. So if we can do it every lap around about this sort of speed.
Got a ping, we're fastest car on track.
Brake a lot then, more than I wanted to. But if we can keep this sort of speed up, maybe drop a second, maybe at most, on every lap, we'll be alright, we'll be within the test. That'll turn me off now. Should do, shouldn't it? Can't do that too many times. We're pushing them, look, we're pushing them. We're on the wrong line then. But we'll take that. So far so good. What we don't want is to get too comfortable, do we? We don't want to get too comfortable and get slow. I think we've got a second or so to play with each lap or two. Yeah, that'll be alright. Racing, look at this. Might actually get the license if we keep this up. Might earn our ranked license. And that's what you do with it, isn't it? That's it. We like a. We're going faster for a minute. We are technically faster this lap. Yeah, I think it's alright as long as you clip the curve, you're fine. Oh dear, this may be a second slower now. Why are we getting slower? Oh, our tyres are wearing, that's why. Oh dear. Whereas before we were getting faster and faster, this time tyres are wearing. Got to be careful. That front left is not looking good, is it? This maybe he's doing that and didn't like. Should do it properly. Right, nearly there though. Got 2 more to do, and then we should be within the license. Yeah, we are slower. Shit, I'm braking like anything. Like this lap's going to be very slow. Shit, the tyres are gone, it's on red. Really had to brake then just to hand the car. Christ, we're a lot slower now. All of a sudden just lost that performance. But with a bit of luck, drastically losing the amount of time to worry me. I haven't said that, I am worried a little bit. That tyre though, left the tyre, what's going on with it? Do we think it can hold out another lap?
It's the last lap. Push as hard as you can. Make the most of it.
Make the most of it. I just want to stay. I want to stay and just keep it around about the same sort of level. Thank you. I don't want to over push it, do I? Last lap we've got 8 minutes 35. Do we think we can do this? I think we're all right. I think I'm trying to do my maths in my head. I think we're good actually. Only a second or two off the last couple of laps, so it's. Should be fine. We should get it. If I remember, it was 8:35. As long as the tyre don't blow. Yeah, so saved a decent fast lap as well for the last one. I think we've done it. I think we've got our 8:35 surely.
Fantastic job. You're on the podium.
Yes, we've done it. We've done it. But there you are. So we're within. We've got our access. We've passed the PMRR license test. Look at that. Powered by Essex Tea. As standard. So we'll take that. Take that and rewind it back, okay? So, should we have? I think that'll be it. I think we'll leave it here. We've got our license. My time has come. I believe my time has come. It's now time to drink all the tea. That's what it is. It's time to drink the tea. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing yet. I might be doing a bit more of this, just to finish it off, and then we go into December, because as of Monday is December the 1st, and then we take a look towards Christmas, if you like. I think that's what we'll be doing. Maybe a few Christmas sort of themed or loosely themed games right on the run up to Christmas, I think, because I think I would have done enough to one more day on this, and I would have done enough to write my review for this game. I think now that the patch is out, and we've tested a bit of online side of things, and that December time for Halloween streams. Yeah, maybe not. Wishing you all the best, and I will catch you later. Bye.